It's Tuesday. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. You are watching the 9 at Night. I'm Stephania Jimenez, and tonight we start with a pedestrian bridge collapse. San Antonio road crews work throughout the day to clear up that damage. You see it right there. It happened on Castroville Road near San Joaquin Avenue, which is on the west side. A dump truck crashed into the concrete bridge. San Antonio police say that crews were working on Castroville Road when a contractor drove away in a dump truck, but then forgot to drop the truck's bed. So then the bed hit the concrete bridge, and then it collapsed right in the middle of the street. Everyone, though, got pretty lucky because the driver wasn't hurt and nobody was on the bridge at the time.
Thankfully, no one's there, but again, it kind of just brings to light the reality that, yeah, this is a very real situation for us.
But it got constructed and it served a purpose, and this morning when we found out they knocked it down, to me it's an incredible thing.
So he just talked about the construction. Yeah, that bridge was built in the late 1970s. Police said that the driver who caused this wreck is going to get fined. Tonight, we're learning more about a man who was killed while crossing the highway yesterday. He's been identified as Liam Wynn. According to Castle Hills Police, Wynn was crossing Loop 410 near the Blanco and Military exit around 4 o'clock yesterday morning, and that's when a driver hit him. That person tried to help, but Wynn did not survive. A man is in the hospital after he was shot in the leg last night. Happened around midnight along Somerset Road. San Antonio police officers say the man was riding his bike when someone pulled up beside him and then just started firing shots from inside the car. A different stranger helped the victim. Now, we don't know how the victim is doing tonight, but we do know that police have not arrested the shooter. But police did arrest someone in this next case. This was a plot that involved impersonating a police officer and robbing people at gunpoint. This happened in Lytle back in July. Police arrested 19-year-old Bruno Alfonso Romo yesterday in connection with the plot. He and 19-year-old David Morales are accused in a bogus traffic stop where they forced a man and woman onto the side of the road and then zip-tied their hands. The man's gun and jewelry were taken before a real Lytle police officer found out what was happening. During the investigation, officers linked Romo to the crime based on the car that they left the scene in. And he and Morales are now facing multiple charges. He's accused of pretending to be a customer at a Northside meat market only to hold the cashier up at gunpoint. And now San Antonio police need your help finding him. So take a really good look at the pictures we're going to show you. That armed robbery happened just before 7 p.m. January 31st at the La Michoacana on Northwest Military Highway. Police say that he waited in front of the store until the cashier opened the register, and that's when he allegedly rushed the cashier, pointed a gun at her, and then took cash from the register and ran off. So again, look really closely at your screen. Do you recognize that person? If you know anything about that crime, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 210-224-STOP. Switching gears now, let's get you ready for the middle of the week. Meteorologist Adam Caskey has your Wednesday morning forecast.
Much warmer tomorrow. We're talking very spring-like conditions. 63 in the morning, 88 in the afternoon. You don't need a jacket at all. Some brief morning fog and then generally sunny. Also windy. Some gusts up to 35 miles per hour, especially from about 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tomorrow afternoon, well into the 80s for all of us, even just hitting 90 south of San Antonio. Floresville, Poteet, for example, 90 degrees along the Rio Grande in the low to mid 90s. Closer to 80 on Thursday, Friday. Cloudy, near 70 as a result of those clouds. And we're going to have some nuisance moisture, the morning drizzle Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but no real rain in the forecast.
All right, now here's a reminder. If you live near JBSA Camp Bullis, there's going to be a controlled burn from today through Sunday, February 26th. The JBSA Camp Bullis area spans 27,000 acres in North Bexar County near I-10 and Loop 1604. So let's go back to why this is happening. The goal of the burn is to reduce dead vegetation and brush so that there's less of a chance of a wildfire. So again, if you're near that area, you can probably see or smell smoke. Don't be alarmed. The city of San Antonio has $1 million for local schools in the form of a grant, and schools can apply right now. Ahora, the money is part of the Resiliency, Energy, Efficiency, and Sustainability Fund. The grant is going to be used to fund a climate action and sustainability project at schools. This includes public, charter, also private schools. Each school can get up to $10,000. Students have until March 15th to apply, and if you need an application, we have a link for you. You know where to go. Our website, KSAT.com. In other school news, students at Bowdoin Academy on the east side are trying to break free from the classroom and learn outdoors. Sounds like a lot of fun. Victoria Martinez's 5th grade class put together projects to create sustainable outdoor learning spaces. Students began the project after spending time on a ranch.
We saw a really different transition when they came back into the classroom. They seemed a little down, they weren't as engaged, and so we started doing research on the benefits of outdoor learning.
So the students worked with an architect to plan and map out ideas for that campus. And tomorrow they're going to meet with the superintendent and administrators to talk about why this project is so important. Black History Month is in full swing, and starting next week, you can support Black-owned businesses and the San Antonio Food Bank all in one stop. So really killing two birds with one stone. That's Lem Dixon, who you just saw. He owns Root Salad Kitchen near Southtown, and he's celebrating Black Restaurant Week, and he's also giving back while he's at it. Next week, he's giving a portion of his sales to the food bank, which feeds 100,000 people across 29 counties.
The restaurant industry is hard. There's nothing easy about it. So to highlight what we're doing, especially in the Black community during Black History Month, I think is great. It gives us a little boost that we need.
Also, the food looks delicious. I don't know about you. Black Restaurant Week kicks off Sunday, February 26th, and it runs through Monday, March 6th. You can read more about the businesses that are participating in Black Restaurant Week at KSAT.com. So this really isn't what parents wanted to hear, but yes, there is another formula recall. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moore. It says at this time, it's only for certain batches of Enfamil, and that tops today's recall roundup.
This is the formula to check for: Enfamil Pro Sobe Simply Plant-Based Infant Formula. 145,000 cans are recalled because of possible cross-contamination with Chronobacter bacteria. No illnesses have been reported, but it can be deadly to babies. The recall is limited to certain cans. Look for the use-by date, March 1, 2024. The other codes are on our website. This trendy insulated water bottle is recalled. Bindle social media says they're recalling Sip and Stash bottles. This comes after Consumer Reports tests found alarmingly high lead levels in the bottom snack section. The company is providing a fix. If the kids have these small vinyl Disney characters, listen up. Kids Preferred is recalling 16,000 of them because parts can come off and a child could choke on them. The company is giving refunds. And Paradise Grills is recalling 18,000 first-generation outdoor kitchens after 2 explosions that caused serious burns. The problem is liquid propane gas can accumulate inside the closed lid or cabinet. The company is asking its Texas customers to contact them as soon as possible to schedule a repair. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
By the way, we also have that story on our website. Now, before we go, we want you to check this out. A new movie is premiering this week, and it's loosely inspired by true events. Cocaine Bear, yeah, that's the title. It's a film about an incident that happened in Blue Ride, Georgia back in 1985. Investigators found the body of a black bear that ingested almost 70 pounds of cocaine after the drugs were thrown from a smuggler's plane. I mean, really, it's inspired by real life. It's crazy. Actor and director Elizabeth Banks steps behind the camera to make the gory horror comedy. The movie is, by the way, rated R for bloody violence and gore, and it is being released on Friday. We're out of time. The Night at Night returns tomorrow. Have a beautiful night. We'll see you then.